The Easter season just getting started for the world's 1.4 billion Catholics, but this year the season is somber. Pope Francis, the first pope from Latin America, died earlier today, and tonight millions of Catholics are in mourning. The 88-year-old pontiff had been battling various health issues, but he appeared to be on the road to recovery, even appearing at Easter masses this weekend. Tonight, the Vatican says the pope suffered a stroke, which put him into a coma and caused irreversible heart failure. Francis is being remembered for his humility, simplicity, and attempts at change. Although some say he didn't go far enough, the Catholic faithful are remembering him as a kind soul.
We're always going to pray for him, and yeah, my opinion is I feel like he's already in heaven, and it should be a happy day because he's already in the glory of God in heaven.
The Vatican says next Francis's body could be moved to St. Peter's Basilica for public viewing as early as Wednesday morning. Then there will be 9 days of official mourning before a successor is chosen. Catholics here in Atlanta are paying tribute to the life of the Holy Father. Fox 5's Christopher King is live in Northwest Atlanta getting reaction from the people of the Catholic faith. Christopher?
That's right, Tom. This is Holy Spirit Catholic Church. They held a mass this evening earlier, just hours after the Pope died, and they are mourning his death and honoring him as a Pope of the people. Thousands of mourners filled St. Peter's Square at the Vatican.
Continue to pray for peace to souls.
And dozens gather at Holy Spirit Catholic Church here in Atlanta as they mourn the death of Pope Francis.
Surprise.
Nancy Cotter knew the Holy Father was in ill health, but she thought he'd make it a bit longer.
Did not really expect it to happen after he was released to go home so quickly.
Cotter was disheartened to hear the news.
Sad, and definitely am praying for his soul.
Catholics around Atlanta paid tribute to the pontiff, known for his humility and commitment to the poor and marginalized people.
What he means to us is a choice to be with the poor and a voice for the poor.
Father James Fleming is the spiritual director at Ignatius House in Sandy Springs. He's a Jesuit priest, the same order as Pope Francis. Father Fleming says the Pope was a spiritual leader who advocated for human rights and human dignity.
He had a very special place in his heart for people who had migrated in and out of countries.
Above all, he says, Pope Francis was a pope of the people.
All he was doing was just showing mercy. How do you meet the needs of the people that you have been asked to serve?
The tributes will continue to pour in for Pope Francis in the coming days. Now, the Archdiocese of Atlanta will hold a special mass for Pope Francis at the Cathedral of Christ the King on Thursday night. We're live in Northwest Atlanta. Christopher King, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, the Pope leaving behind such a profound legacy. Christopher, thanks. Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock is remembering the Pope's remarkable life, saying in part that he's been a longtime admirer of the Pope and how his work centered around the poor and marginalized. Senator Warnock met with Pope Francis last year. Warnock says the two discussed a wide range of topics, including international wars and what it was like to be a public faith leader. Fox 5 will continue covering all the breaking developments out of the Vatican, and in the coming days and weeks ahead, we have information on the Pope's incredible life of service, the latest on his tragic passing, and information about what comes next for his funeral and the process to elect a new Pope. You can find all of that on our website, fox5atlanta.com, and of course, anytime on our streaming channel, Fox Local.